And welcome to this gameplay video of Etherium. I'm Dishplani. We are playing Etherium once again, except now we're playing the full release version because it came out. It came out today, the 25th of March, 2015, and yeah. So let's do it. Now I was looking over and see there's any changes between the release version and the beta version in the skirmish, and there appears to be none at all. I mean, I guess the beta was just there for fun because because the game did take forever to actually release after it went into pre-order phase because they just never said anything, and yeah, it was kind of terrible. But now it's released, so pretty much everything's the same. So what isn't the same is the fact that we can now do Conquest. So if you want to take a look at the skirmish mode, I was just taking a look at my two gameplay videos of the beta. You can see those in the description, and let's get started with some Conquest, not skirmish. Did I say skirmish or did I say Conquest? I think I said Conquest. All right, but anyway, so yeah, I also have a slight. I also have my two beta videos are kind of like tutorials as well as telling you about Etherium. But here's a quick overview of Etherium. Basically, there's three factions: Consortium, Tyre, and the K Empire, all fighting for control of Etherium, which are these balls of energy that you mine for resources. And the gameplay is basically advanced Halo Wars, if you know what that is. If you don't, I got a playlist. I have a playthrough of Halo Wars on my channel, and you can basically get the gist of how this game works, because it's very similar. Basically, you have a fixed base where you apply upgrades to, and then you can get other bases by going to other zones, and and make those bases with upgrades while you mine Ethereum. But anyway, let's get started. Big tie, that's what they are. Alright, so we'll be playing the Consortium, and we'll play it on easy because medium is too difficult for me at this moment. Oh, they all have different objectives, don't they? Yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, a good RTS three-sided Conquest needs the different sides to have different goals. If it isn't like that, then well, you're not going from Command & Conquer experience, because Command & Conquer 3 King's Wrath has an excellent Conquest mode, which I want to show on the channel eventually. But yeah. So okay, so Consortium, finish a Conquest. Okay, these are middles. Okay. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Oh well. Alright, we'll be playing Consortium, we'll be playing on easy. If I do a series, I'll probably play it on medium after doing after getting better at medium. Because they are pretty hard on medium. Again, if you watch my beta videos, and you see how hard they are on medium. Basically, they forced me back in my base and I couldn't do anything. But then again, I probably would be better if I would play instead of the humans, because the humans are more hit and run, while the Entire are more tanky. Or at least that's what I can get from the gist of it. Or at least that's what I get from reading all the descriptions. Alright, let's get started.
While governments debate the case for Earth entering the race for Etherium, the Consortium, the galaxy's foremost corporation controlling the energy sector, starts an aggressive race for patents in an attempt to dominate the market. The stakes are huge. Owning the majority of the Etherium mining contracts will assure its industrial and economic supremacy for millennia to come.
Alright, that's why the Consortium are fighting over Etherium.
A ruthless commercial struggle ensues, employing tactics that clearly push the strict limits of the law. The Consortium engages in frenetic espionage on its competitors under the guise of legal investigations. Blackmail, sabotage, corruption, electronic surveillance, and even murder should the situation demand.
You know the Consortium is pretty messed up.
The shareholders of the Consortium, in an effort to crush their opponents mercilessly, create the Shadow Network, a group of scientists and military dropouts. From atop the Shadow Towers, massive fortresses with neither eyes nor souls, centered in the largest human cities, the network sees and knows all, and the Consortium gradually tightens its grip.
All right.
Through its criminal activities, the Consortium gains a monopoly on the Etherium market. It uses the profits to invest in research and accelerate the development of its military, space, and digital industries.
Got it.
In the laboratories of the Shadow Towers, hidden from prying eyes, They develop an army of genetically modified super soldiers, powerful warriors and infiltration experts skilled in espionage and data hacking.
Okay.
The Consortium now commands a military and economic empire that assures its undisputed dominance over the rest of the world. The first spaceships powered by Etherium reactors emerge over the next centuries, and the entire solar system is now controlled by Earth.
All right.
As the close of the millennium approaches, the Consortium is preparing a war fleet and mobilizing an army. The struggle for Etherium in the name of humanity can now begin.
And that's what we're here for. Let's do this. Okay, apparently Fraps did not like that, so we're going to try this again. Except this time we're going to go over the entire. We want to see their intro video. Just make it easy. Let's do this.
The first appearances of the Awakened predate human memory. They were warrior priests from the planet Intar. Their combat abilities matched only by their belief in the divine nature of the eggs and their spawners, the Maitreed.
No, that'd be the eggs.
The oldest legends of Intar tell how, millennia ago, the prophet Cepheus, the Great Witness, announced to the Intari that he came from another universe. A day would arrive when the Maitreed divinities paved the way for the Intari to return to their home world. That time would be the day of the true awakening that would guide them to the forgotten worlds of their people. Since this prophecy, the Intari have honored the Maitreed and Etherium, hoping to reach the highest level of awakening that would allow them to be released from their wretched condition. The Intari conduct the ritual of the awakening, immersing their bodies in pools of Etherium during the formal ceremony. Deep in a visionary trance, their spirit communes with time and space, attaining the awakening of the Praetorian, the first stage of the awakening between reality and the world of dreams. Intari who achieve the first stage of the awakening of the Praetorian, see the past and the future and all the possibilities they offer. A genuine fighting machine, the Intari are elite soldiers who live only to serve their faith. Some Intari may be more sensitive to the effects of Etherium and achieve a higher level of consciousness, the awakening of the commander. These chosen few can directly influence the future and determine its sequence of events. They are the Supreme Awakened, leaders of the Intari army and the first believers. United in their belief in the divinity of Etherium, the Awakened are, however, divided by the many interpretations of the prophetic texts of Cepheus, and a perpetual war is raging among the believers, even within the Intari. But each new millennium is an opportunity to finally heal the rift.
This is right.
Bound by their faith in the divine properties of Etherium, they unite during the Harvest Crusades, ready to drive the infidel factions out of the sacred lands that are the deposit planets. They are the chosen of the Etherium, anointed with grace. Every battle strengthens their hope to one day attain the last stage of their enlightenment, the true awakening, to find a way back to their homeland.
Yeah. And that's it, so I'll hit Fraps real quick and then jump back when for the next one. So be right back. Alright, let's do the Victide Empire. So see why are they fighting over the system and Etherium in general.
The Vectides, intelligent creatures at the head of an ancient civilization, live on Vectis, a satellite of the planet Resurgence. Their overcrowded city worlds, teeming with a growing population, are the cradle of permanent technological research, which makes them one of the most advanced peoples in the galaxy. The first incursions of the Vectides into the Etherium War were marked by dismal failure, as their extremely short life expectancy and skeletal bodies made them very poor warriors. They suffered heavy losses in each war, and the gains were minimal. The Vectides then devised a bold and radical procedure, As their bodies were their main weakness, they developed a technology that allowed them to transfer their consciousness into life cells fueled by Etherium. Most of the population was disgusted by the abrupt and irreversible nature of the transfer of consciousness. By fitting life cells into exoskeletons, the Vectide created a massive army. Each soldier was no longer controlled by a fragile Vectide, but by a consciousness that was predetermined, intelligent, and made immortal by Etherium.
So the soldiers are just robots now, even though they are people. Interesting.
Now leading an army of powerful soldiers, the warriors enslaved all those who refused the transfer of consciousness. They imposed their law on Vectus and were prepared to sacrifice their people to found a new civilization. Since then, hundreds of Vectide slaves have been transported to the deposit planets every 1,000 years to form a pool of consciousness ready for transfer. Their technology has made them totally reliant on this harvest. The cells that keep their consciousness alive feed on Etherium, and the survival of the Vectides now depends on victory over the other factions.
Alright, so basically making me feel bad for not letting them do that. Interesting. Yeah, that's actually it. Wow, this is a short one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end the video here, and then we'll come back in the campaign of the humans, and we'll just dominate everybody. Now that we know their backstory. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Even though it had no action in it, I will be definitely sure to put in the description there's no action, so you guys won't get confused. Because people don't like it when I don't do that. So I will be doing that. And I'll put a link in the description also to the video where we do get some campaign action. So yeah, thanks for watching. I do appreciate you guys watching this video, even though it had no action in it, but it did have a heavy story in it, so that's nice. I'll also appreciate if you leave a comment. Tell me if you have any suggestions. Tell me if you want me to make a series out of the Conquest instead of just one-off videos. Instead of these one-off videos, and I will do that. Also, any tips that you have on how to play Etherium is greatly appreciated, even if I no tip. Stream comments for people that didn't know the tip. And I guess, see you in a second.